Bodizara Kelmuigai has been there since morning, following up on this story for us. Now joins us live for more details. Raquel, have anybody's been identified yet?
Akisa, here at the Chiromo mortuary, the state of the bodies, they're actually charred remains, and therefore it's not easy to identify them and say that this is my daughter or this is my daughter, and therefore all these bodies will have to undergo the DNA identification to ensure that each family gets the body that belongs to their daughter. But as they walked in, Pius Masai, during that particular brief that he gave after the whole process, he says that there are family members who pointed out that this might be my daughter. But given that this is also a process of grief, it will have these people, these bodies will actually still need to undergo the identification, even though they're family members that have pointed out that this might be their daughter. Akisa.
All right, you mentioned that the DNA identification is what is going to happen. Just give us an update of what really are the parents who are present there saying about the whole process.
The parents here the grief is overwhelming. They cannot be able to even just provide even utterances, just little words, just to describe the whole situation. But some of them are still in a state of denial, just trying to come to terms with the whole incident that occurred during that particular night. And therefore it is a sad moment for these parents, just being able to sit around in groups to just try and console each other as they get to share with this particular incident. But from the look on their faces, it is very true that these parents are undergoing a very painful process, just getting in to have their DNA samples taken, as well as immediately after that get to view the bodies. That is where the whole reality hit, and therefore, Akisa, it is a very difficult moment for them. For most of them, we could hear them just utter utterances, just to stating how, just describing their daughters. So it is a very painful moment, but from the brief that they got from the team that was carrying out the whole process, is that they've been asked for patience to just ensure that this particular process goes into the way it is meant to be handled, given that the kind of DNA samples they are to get from the remains of those girls will somehow contribute to the kind of quality or the kind of time that will be used to help in this particular identification process. And therefore it requires patience from these parents to be able to wait for those 3 or even a month, between 3 weeks and 1 month, to just get the particular results of this identification process. Akisa.
So they're joining us